Welcome to Whole and Healthy Cooking with Chef Val. Hi, I'm Chef Valerie Wilson. I've been teaching healthy, whole foods cooking classes since 1997. I'm the author of 5 cookbooks, and you can find all my cookbooks and everything that I have to offer on my website, macroval.com. So my business name is Macroval, and the beginning of that is macro for macrobiotic. So all my cooking classes and all my recipes are organic, whole foods, vegan, and they're based in macrobiotic principles. And through the 25 years that I've been teaching cooking classes, of course, one of the most asked questions that I get is, what is macrobiotics? And I try and explain it simple at first for people who are just getting into it. It is eating as close to nature as possible. So you want to eat healthy, whole foods from Mother Nature that have not been refined or processed and not sprayed with chemicals. So this is actually the way all of our ancient ancestors ate. They were very close to nature. They ate the food that grew out of the earth. They didn't tamper with it. They just ate it whole. Now, macrobiotics is based around eating whole grains or complex carbohydrates. Now, I have a lot of videos explaining the nutritional value and why things like brown rice, millet, and quinoa, which are whole grains, are so fantastic for you. So please check out those videos. Now, Macrobiotics was founded by George Osawa. This is one of the first books I read, Essential Osawa. And so he is the founder of Macrobiotics. There's many books by him that you can check out. And then one of his students was Kushi. This is Kushi right here. And so there's many books written by Kushi also. So these are the two main people that most people associated with macrobiotics, Osawa and Kushi. So check out these books and read more books about macrobiotics. And of course, the book that got me into it is Confessions of a Kamikaze Cowboy by Dirk Benedict. And so you can watch my video about how did I get started in macrobiotics. I explain how I found the book. It's a pretty interesting story. So eating macrobiotically also involves eating according to the seasons. So again, getting back to nature, always reflect on nature. So we have summer, and so summer, it's hot outside. So we want to eat foods that are associated with summer, which means they have a lighter energy and they're more cooling to your body. Things like salads. Salads are perfect summertime food. They're cooling to your body. The whole grain quinoa is one of the signature whole grains for summer because it cooks up very quickly and it's a light whole grain. And then we have winter, which is the exact opposite. So wintertime, we want to eat more fat in our diet because fat helps keep our body warm. We want foods that impart heat into us for like stews that cook on the stove for a while. This is when we can enjoy like millet casseroles that are baked in the oven because they're warming to the body. So macrobiotics also incorporates eating according to the season. And of course, the thing that drew me to macrobiotics the most was the energy of the food. So they classify the energy according to yin or yang. Now, this may seem foreign to you, but trust me, this is an ancient philosophy that has been around for as long as man has been around because inherently they knew that you had to balance these energies in order to be healthy. And so they classify them as yin and yang. So you can think of it as this way. Yin is expansive and moves upwards. Yang is constrictive and it moves downwards. So they're opposite energies, but they complement each other. Now, everything is made up of these two energies. So me, I'm standing here right now. I have both yin energy and I have yang energy inside of me. It's just which of those energies is more predominant, which one is stronger, and then you would classify me as either yin or yang. Now, this is very interesting because I'm short and I'm compact and I do everything quite quickly. So I would classify myself as a yang type of person. However, I'm a female and females are yin. So again, I have both energies inside of me, but as my body type kind of shows, I would classify myself as being more yang. Now, in the vegetable field, we can picture something growing underneath the ground. So I have a turnip, all right? So as this grows underneath the ground, this is where the greens would come, and this is where the root tail comes. So the green part is moving upwards, and it's expansive. See, the greens go like this. That is the yin part of the vegetable. Now, this part here is growing downwards, and this is more tight and constrictive. This is the yang part of the vegetable. So all vegetables have yin and yang parts. So when it comes to our food, we classify these yin and these yang foods. And if you eat foods that are extreme yin or extreme yang, then you create imbalance in your body. Things that are extremely yin would be expansive food, sugar, desserts, pharmaceutical prescription drugs. These are all yin and expansive. Foods that are classified as yang, dense, constrictive. This would be your meat and your hard cheeses and everything that's very salty, yang. So we've got the extreme yang and the extreme yin. We don't want to eat those things. We want to come in the middle of the food category and eat things that are practically balanced with their yin and their yang energy. This would be whole grains. In fact, brown rice, right about in the middle, just about even with your yin and your yang energy, which is why I emphasize eating brown rice a lot. And you can watch my video all about brown rice. It's going to talk about the nutritional value of it and how to cook it. So we concentrate most of what we eat in the middle ground foods, which would be whole grains, vegetables, beans, nuts and seeds, sea vegetables. These are all in the middle ground right here. So when you eat these foods that have equal yin and equal yang, they're considered balanced food. They go into your body and you become balanced. This is where health and longevity live, is when your body's energy is balanced. So that's a little explanation about macrobiotics. Again, the simple definition is just eating as close to nature as possible. But then if you want to read some of these excellent books, maybe you can start to understand the energy of the food. And then once you understand the energy of yin and yang, you see it everywhere. You see it in nature, you see it in people, you see it in plants, you see it in vegetables, you see it everywhere. So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you check out some of my other videos. And I hope I demystified what is macrobiotics for you. Remember, your journey to eating healthy begins with one small step. Let's take that small step together.